It is Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what that means. Another exciting installment of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined by the one and only Chemical Julian. Julian, what's up, my man?
It is time for a little bit of AEW. First of all, for anybody who missed All Out this past weekend, the pay-per-view,
Oh my God,
you missed the treat, man. You missed the treat.
best pay-per-view of the year.
I mean, we'll go ahead and skip to the very end where you had the introduction of Adam Cole joining the Elite. And then you had American Dragon Daniel Bryan Danielson joining up with the de facto, Jurassic Express and I guess Frankie Kazarian and Christian Cage. So those are two big pops at the end of the night. In a very good match, Christian Cage lost to Kenny Omega, but looked really strong in his match.
Dude, surprisingly, it was actually good.
Yeah, he looked really good. That was a good match. Does he still have the Impact Championship?
He's the Impact Wrestling World Champion. Okay. As a matter of fact, he will be defending the title at Bound for Glory.
Because I did not, when he came out, I don't remember him wearing the belt.
He was wearing it. He was wearing it.
Yeah, I might have been distracted by the jacket and the hood and all the other shit he had on.
He got rid of the TNA title so he can come out with just that one.
Yeah.
And
did
quite
he
honestly,
it, or did he just retire it?
He showed up on fucking Impact and was like, "I'm retiring this belt," and he gave the belt right over to Scott D'Amore and said, "TNA is no longer. This is now Impact Wrestling." And I'm like, "Oh well, I mean,
okay,
shit."
Well, there you go.
Dixie Carter said that shit like 5 years ago.
Match of the night had to be a tag team cage match.
There was a lot of PWG in that match. Lucha Bros said it in the media scrum afterwards that they've wrestled the Bucks 8 times, and out of 8 times they've beaten them 5.
Yeah.
Well, this would have been the 6th time, so 9 times. This would have been the 6th time. Every time, like they said, the first match at PWG was crazy, and that match had me reminiscent of the world's cutest tag team versus the Bucks.
Yeah.
And PWG, it was a guerrilla warfare match. And me, I'm a Jordan fanatic, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know I got more shoes than fucking Foot Locker. And the fact that they pulled that fucking classic Jordan 1 out there and put those thumbtacks on it, I was like, oh my God, what the hell? Such a beautiful work of art. You just fucked up with thumbtacks. But the way he was kicking Penta in the face, man, oh my God.
It looked crazy.
It looked like he was killing Penta, like legit. Like Penta was on like life support. It was bad. It was bad, man. We talked about that. Julian is gone. We talked about that on the Roundtable podcast, the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, AEW Fallout review. And I mean, shit. It was just a crazy night, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. If you guys are new to the channel, you can go check us out. We're also on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on 5 different Facebook pages right now. We're on Twitch. We're on Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Anchor. There's like 17 different Anchor FM channels that we're on. Apple, Google Plus, or just all these places. Wherever you can find podcasts, we are there. Spotify, all that good shit. So go like, click, and subscribe and join us each and every week here at the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. And it looks like Julian is gone for a minute, so let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Drive me insane! I'll be cruised on lanes, I've been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! I'll be cruised on lanes, I've been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! I'll be
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop. Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And to answer your question, Zach Thompson, no, he is not selling that couch. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful Zach Winter, the BCW Worldwide No Limits Hardcore Champion. I guess wants to buy Julian's couch.
With without the dog.
He's probably gonna say "F your couch" because that's how Zach is. But you know, it is what it is. So going back to tonight's crazy impact. AEW Dynamite. Let's talk about the very first match. I mean, just right from the start, Malachi Black and Dustin Rhodes.
So this is their second or third match on Dynamite, second for sure. And Dustin got in some good offense. Wasn't too bad. It was a pretty decent match. Went back and forth. And then, he hits the Black Mass and just lights out on him. Dustin still has that really good running power slam or that quick off the ropes.
He does, man. It's like poetry in motion.
Snaps it and it looks really good. Even after
fans got that
years.
Holy shit chant, like when fans give you the holy shit chant at AEW, I mean, look, the whole weekend, wrestling has just been off the chain. AEW just blew up with the best pay-per-view of the year. Come back to Dynamite. It's funny because AEW has the best pay-per-view of the year. And how does Raw come back? Hey, let's do a tag team gauntlet. Let's have Nia Jax versus Charlotte.
So here's the funny thing. If I had faith that WWE would invest in long-term booking, long-term storytelling, I would say that this Raw actually had some foundation building to it and could lead to some very good stories for the future. But they don't.
I like how you said. If I had faith.
Yeah. Because there's three really good things that could come out of this. Number one, Omos could be built up as a very strong heel. Now, not running on his own.
He's really tall.
Not running on his own just yet, but also not just being a bodyguard either. So definitely very strong.
But Omos is very big.
Yeah.
Do you see how tall he is?
Oh, dude, he's tall. He's got the long arms. He's got the reach.
No, but you don't get it though. He's very big.
Oh yeah. But I tell you what, though.
I mean, that's what they keep saying on commentary.
if he sells it correctly, Lashley hitting a spear on him would look fantastic. Well,
we all know Omos is the new Great Khali. So that's that. But this, like Dustin Rhodes and Malachi Black, honestly, great. Just amazing. Cheryl had this to say. Let's talk about AEW fans. They get behind their matches with the great chants. True statement. They go all out. AEW fans, Cincinnati fans, Chicago fans, like they love wrestling, and they will let you know if they don't like something. I mean, those you fucked up chants are a lot in WWE, but not so much here. Not so much here.
Well, actually, at the pay-per-view, they gave Kenny Omega a pass when he slipped on the railing.
Oh my God, yes.
When he went for that moonsault.
That was so funny. I was like, yep, he's going for that springboard. He just fell on his ass.
Yep. He saved it. He saved it really well, though. He saved it.
Yeah, so Dustin trying to do that Canadian Destroyer, man. Like, Dustin is pretty seasoned, and he's still hitting moves that a 25-year-old guy is hitting.
Yeah,
I think Dustin is a genius.
Hey,
Dustin is one of the guys that was very underrated. Back in his NWA, it was his WCW days, and then when he came over to WWE, they threw him under a wig and some gold paint. He made chicken salad out of chicken shit.
He sure did.
He sold that gimmick. Him and Roddy Piper had an amazing backlot brawl for WrestleMania. Dustin goes all out with the character, and
he had a wild ride with Lucha Vachon.
Yeah. He's that was a little weird though, but we're not gonna go there.
He had a great run with Booker T.
Yeah, that's right. They were the most dysfunctional, functional tag team ever, and it was so great because Booker was like, "Oh no, you didn't say that." He's like, "Yeah, I did." Oh man, but so the Black Mass, Dustin's bleeding from the mouth again. Malachi Black,
he wasn't just bleeding from the mouth. I mean, it was like they showed him pouring from the mouth.
So we get a special look at the new AEW Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Bros. But the thing that really got to me, Kingston and Miro, they ain't done yet.
Oh, yeah.
I predict, and we'll probably end up having a prediction show just for that because I really want to predict some of those matches. But I predict that Miro loses the AEW TNT title at Arthur Ashe to no invite. Oh, that must be Adam Woods. I did send you an invite, Adam.
Arthur Ashe is Detroit?
New York. So, of course, Kingston, hometown boy. Yeah. Unlike the WWE, which is something that I really despise. Why do you job your hometown guys out?
For heat? I mean, there's two ways you can go. You can go for the babyface pop or the heat pop, and
yeah.
But they always go for the heat pop. I never got that.
Like Vince is like, "Hey, pal, I know this is your hometown, and you probably have 1,000 people watching you, but they're gonna watch you fucking lose. You know why, pal? Because I don't like winners in their hometown, pal." But Hogan won in fucking California all the time.
Yeah, but at Money in the Bank, when Punk left with the title, he sure wasn't gonna have Punk lose in Chicago that night because that place would have exploded. There would have been a meltdown.
Yeah, exactly. So going to CM Punk with Team Taz. Now I started watching this promo because you're raving about how crazy it was, and honestly, like CM Punk's promos, the best promos. Like he is a promo king, and a lot of people were complaining that this weekend his wrestling matches weren't all that great. He was, he wrestled this, and it, but he had 7 fucking years off, man. Correct. That's like 7,667 days or 96 days of no wrestling.
Yep.
Think about that. And for him to come back and perform at that level with fucking Darby Allin, dude, it was pretty good.
So, dude, I definitely got to say that watching his match and realizing that he hasn't wrestled a match in front of a live audience in 7 years. His timing was still impeccable. Mm-hmm. He still got the strength for a lot of the spots where he needed to have, to do the power moves for getting up the GTS.
I mean, there was a botch or two, but 7 years.
7 years. And he looked good out there. He looked strong. He wasn't gassed out. He was, put on a good match.
And in the media scrum, he was saying he was excited about working guys like Will Hobbs, guys like Ricky Starks, guys like MJF. Like he wanted to work these younger guys. Jungle Boy, he literally put Jungle Boy over like Jungle Boy was Britt Baker. DMD. Shout out to Britt Baker. But
shout out to Britt Baker because even as the heel, she comes out there like tonight, just stomping on people.
Hall and Nash syndrome.
The crowd is just like, we love her.
I say it every week. Hall and Nash syndrome.
Yeah.
No matter what she does. Remember when Hall and Nash came to WCW and they were the bad guys and they're fucking lawn darting Rey Mysterio into a trailer and they're beating up all these guys and they're jumping commentators and throwing Tony Schiavone off the set and all this other crazy shit.
Yep.
Right? They did all this crazy shit. Basically telling people go fuck yourself. And they were like, hey fan, go fuck yourself. You're a mistake. And they're like, oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Can I please have another? And I'm like,
he spoke to me.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't get it. Like the guy just told you to go fucking off yourself, and you're like, yes, you're excited about it. So with that being said, Britt Baker's the same way. She can come out to the crowd and be like, you guys are all pathetic pieces of shit. And they will be like, DMD. Like, I love it. Because I have that situation here in Portland. I literally set a guy on fire during a match, and I was the bad guy. And the fans were like, burn him, burn him. I'm like, well, goddamn, okay. I guess I can do no wrong. I set a guy on fire. I fucking RKO'd an old lady. And fans loved it. They were like, kill her. And I'm like, wow, you guys are rabid ass people. I love it. The fans will always decide if you're a face or a heel. It's not you. You don't go out there saying, I'm going to be a bad guy tonight. The fans. I tell the guys all the time, the first 30 seconds out of the curtain, they either love you or they fucking hate you.
As long as you're not quiet.
Exactly. I mean, as long as you're not dressed up like a fucking gimp either, but that's a different story. Yes, Cheryl, Portland wrestling fans are fucking psycho. That's the truth. But I love them. I love each and every one of you crazy fans.
The Fiend is in the ring.
Speaking of the Fiend, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring in a sick bastard of his own right.
Literally.
The one, the only, Adam, according to Woods. Adam.
Motherfuckers, you guys want to talk about pipe bombs and all that shit? Fucking bad blood. I told you I couldn't see shit in the chat. You guys fucking sending shit in the fucking chat. Send that shit to me directly. You know what? You guys were talking about fucking young guys like Jungle Boy. Is he related to fucking Jungle Jim Steele? Is he a part of the fucking Can-Am
Jack Perry related to
Luke Perry? WCW? Is that shit like Ice Train?
He said Ice Train.
And I heard this shit about. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go on a fucking tangent. Sorry, you guys. And I know you guys are having a fucking AEW chat, and AEW fucking pulled off one of my favorite fucking pay-per-views of all time. I paid $50 fucking for that shit. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel cheated or whatever. And that goes right up in there in the, according to Woods, box of gimmicks, fucking best pay-per-view, along with my fucking favorite fucking pay-per-view, WrestleMania fucking 10. Because he had Brett and Owen, and then Brett winning the fucking title over Yoko, the continuation of the storyline with Brett and Lex, and all that shit. So, fucking AEW All Out is right up there with WrestleMania 10 in my fucking book. And I like that time where everybody think that the fucking business was down. I liked late 80s, early 90s WCW with Slab Marie. I love the fucking Duke the Dumpster Droese and fucking Bob Holly. Shout out to him and his wife Linda, who I'm friends with still to this fucking day after bumps and bruises. Fucking Al Snow's wife, who's just a fucking peach. And I'm friends with her after fucking bumps and bruises, right? So with that all being said, you got fucking Triple H over here having a heart attack because
whoa. He had a cardiac event.
Yes, because Nick Khan is featuring Endeavor.
By medical experts.
Nick Khan is featuring Endeavoring his fucking pension plan.
Oh my God.
Like if it were like fucking the NXT roster were like fucking Justin Bieber's parents, fucking Nick Khan is letting fucking all of the Justin Biebers go.
You know what? Nick
All
Khan
of the
is like
Britney
Britney Spears'
show.
dad, and NXT is Britney Spears. All the
Yes,
fans
I
want
just
to
said Britney
free
Spears.
NXT,
Fucking free
NXT.
Britney. You know?
Look,
and I thank you guys, fucking the franchise player, Bad Blood, the Chemical Julian, Mikey Smith, for fucking carrying on in my fucking absence. But I'd be absent from every fucking thing, man. I was absent from the fucking aliens now that I'm better. I was absent from life when the COVID got me and shit like that. And speaking of fucking shit on life and everything like that, well, guess what? The New Day is on some shit with the Undertaker on Netflix.
right?
Who's looking this shit? Teddy Long? You go.
Vince won't let the Undertaker rest, bro. Vince won't let the Undertaker rest. He's like, "You retired? No, brother, you're not retired. You need to do a fucking movie with the."
He's going one-on-one on the Undertaker player.
Straight to Netflix.
And on top of that shit, guess
It's
what?
an escape room, choose your own adventure.
Right?
Here's the thing. Who's asked that the WWE sends to Netflix? Big Show. I wonder where the fucker's now.
On the best wrestling show on television right now. That's where the fuck he is. And with that being said, let's talk about some news.
Show Paul White.
Let's talk about some crazy news real quick before we get any further. Kevin Owens contract expiring. Posted on Twitter.
Jurassic Express? We just talked about Jungle Boy. Jungle became
we're talking about Kevin Owens posting on Twitter.
Matthew Perry, Perry Ellis, Perry Cuomo.
So anyway, posted on Twitter the coordinates to Mount Rushmore, and posted, "I'm almost there," and then deleted the post. Some fan screenshotted it and posted it fucking everywhere. My God, the clusterfuck.
He posted the coordinates to El Generico's orphanage in Mexico.
The clusterfuck of text messages I got. Did you
What's
see
the fucking
this?
tag match for the tag titles?
So he was a Mount Rushmore.
That was part of their clique.
The Bucks and Adam Cole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the clique. So that was the not the clique, but that was the elite. Yeah. That was the beginning of the elite. Cheryl has a question for you, Adam. She wants to know, how much NyQuil have you had tonight?
Enough that I'm at the fucking first Nitro of Mall America with fucking Pillman and Liger on the opening match for the WCW Light Heavyweight Championship.
Oh my
God. Cheryl, it's not NyQuil, it's scissor.
That's some scissor. He's sipping on some scissor. Ladies and gentlemen, the comments of Adam Woods are his and his alone. They do not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. That's cannabis flavored. Anyway, going back to AEW. Going back to AEW. So tonight, CM Punk goes on a tangent, basically talks about, he thanks Sting, he thanks fucking Darby Allin, and then Taz interrupts him. And when Taz interrupts him, Julian, explain, because as I think about it, it makes me laugh even more.
It looks really awkward. It just looks awkward because when Taz interrupts him, Taz is like, "Hey, yo, hey, keep Team Taz's name out your mouth." And Punk had not said a word about anybody in Team Taz. And it was funny because even Punk starts laughing, like, "What are you talking about?" And then Taz is like, yeah. But, you said something about my Team Taz in the interviews you were doing before. He's kind of like,
now think about it. He did say he wanted to work. He said he wanted to work young guys like Will Hobbs, and he wanted to work guys like Ricky Starks. And that's cool and all. Okay. Like, that's cool and all. But the fact that Taz just came at him like, yo, keep my name out your mouth on live TV, but he didn't say nothing. It makes Taz look like a fucking moron.
It really did. It made Taz look like, angry, stay off my lawn, Karen, dude, from Red Hood.
Oh my God.
Whatever.
So I guess it looks like Taz is gonna. I guess CM Punk's. And it's funny because I was watching Wrestle Talk, and Ollie Davis said this. He said, Taz. He said Sting. It's always getting interrupted by Taz. Now CM Punk is getting interrupted by Taz, But CM Punk and Darby Allin and Sting are a team now. So of course they're gonna probably feud in a 6-man tag match. I'm sorry, trios tag match.
Trios.
The new trios tag match. Sting, Darby Allin, and CM Punk against fucking Will Hobbs.
Hook.
I know what y'all are saying, but let me tell you something right quick. I'm gonna revert back to the late great Lou Thesz, one of the greatest fucking championships I ever saw. I saw him accept a WCW Hall of Fame induction at Slamboree. I saw him wrestle El Canek in Mexico in like 90 some odd. And then I saw him wrestle Chono at the Tokyo Dome and like before he died, right? And then I'm going to go back. What they brought up Bad Blood on AEW. Oh snap, that's a hint. Oh shit. All elite.
Kayfabe.
Double digits, all elite.
We will not talk about that.
But going back to the tights, right? Lou Thesz said, and you could see it in his match with Chono and his match with El Canet, that whenever a wrestler wears long tights, he's out of shape. What was fucking Darby Allin wearing? Fucking Daisy Dukes with stockings. What was Sting wearing? A fucking pantsuit singlet.
Okay.
What was Punk wearing? That fucking.
I'm going to dispute this.
Punk, but
I'm
elongated.
Dispute this
right?
for one reason and one reason only.
So I say, in the words of the late great Lou Thesz, greatest NWA champion of all time. I love Harley, Flair's like whatever. I think they all should go to wool tights, just like you try to institute in WCW, and Ric Flair fought his ass, but fucking Fez should have fucking Fez. Yeah, Bucks did too, right? Scorpio Sky.
Sky is in phenomenal shape. You can't say Sky is out of shape. He wears tights all the time.
He has boat legs like fucking Matt Hardy.
Oh my god.
Okay, so with that all being said, I think they all should go to fucking wool tights. I thought fucking Fez should have Fez pressed fucking Flair out the fucking CNN Center, top floor, Bill Watts' office. I don't give a shit. Right? This shit with the fucking New Day and the Undertaker. That's
Wait a second. I'm gonna go ahead and debate this. I'm gonna go ahead and debate this tights thing because Kofi fucking Kingston. Kofi Kingston wears tights, and that guy is in phenomenal fucking shape.
True that.
QT Marshall doesn't wear long tights.
Well, and QT Marshall is not in fucking shape. So what does that say?
Had a Ty Dillinger's fucking wardrobe. Had DDP pay for it with his DDP yoga money.
Oh my god!
And it was like, look at this shit show, and fucking show ripped that shit almost to hell, and whatever. And then after that, we got fucking Christian and Omega.
Hey, almost wears long pants, and he looks great.
Andrade wears pants too, but almost is fucking 17 feet tall. He's Adam. Are you showing drugs on the page?
I'm
going to put Adam on a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Adam's going to be back in a few minutes. Adam is on a timeout. I love Adam Woods. Adam is on the timeout right now. He's smiling.
That NyQuil's kicking in along with the blueberry.
That NyQuil is kicking in. Okay, so let's get back to the craziness of AEW while Adam is on his timeout. Adam, we love you.
Hey, so we had CM Punk. So the whole thing with Team Taz, that was hilarious. Then we had, I must go to the bathroom because I missed Dante Martin and Will Hobbs.
Okay, well, you're missing one key part of this whole Taz thing. There's going to be a fucking gauntlet match.
Yeah, a gauntlet match, correct.
It's going to be Taz. I mean, it's going to be Team Taz
versus CM Punk. And CM Punk is going to be doing all the work, all the heavy lifting. You can survive if I let you.
That was funny as shit how CM Punk just stole his own fucking vibe and was like, yeah, This is your gimmick. This is what you say, but I'm gonna fucking say it. So yeah, that's right. Blue Chew is fucking amazing. This podcast is brought to you by Blue Chew. Oh, Adam. Look at Adam. I think Adam's been on timeout long enough. Let's bring Adam back.
So then,
Yo, Ricky Dozan was really Korean. I don't know if he was from the north or the south, but he played fucking Japanese, and he invented Perusu, and then fucking gave light to Baba and All Japan, and Ali. Inoki, who fought Ali, who also brought Ali to the fucking Korean Showdown, whatever the fuck.
Throw in Manila. Oh, look at that. Cash App, $50. Yeah, somebody Cash App us $50 right now.
Oh,
So
wow.
we can help Adam out.
Oh.
Hey, and if anybody can tell me where to buy Inoki mushrooms, my daughter asked me to pick some up from the store, and I never heard of them.
Oh, wow.
And the only Inoki I knew of, I'm sure he's not selling mushrooms.
Hey, why don't we talk about fucking SWE Fury? They're scooping up all.
We're not talking about that today. I want to talk about some shit that's going on with AEW.
James Beard on the fucking intro or something. Put some respect on SWE. Lacey Von Erich.
That's a friend of the channel. SWE is a friend of the channel.
You know what? Here's the deal. You know, Mark Henry was busting his ass for SWE until Tony Khan gave him some more money. He fucking whatever. But guess what? You know who's not getting offered money? Charlie Haas and wherever the fuck he's doing.
He's the SWE champion.
Oh my god. He looked like he got blue chewed up.
Oh my god.
Thoughts and prayers to Charlie Haas and Jackie Gata and their kids because they're in Houston and it's.
Oh yeah, Jackie Gata.
Hey, what I would like to do though, I want to give a quick shout out to Shea Mercer because fuck, dude, Shea Mercer hits this. He calls himself the Iron Demon. He's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
this fucking springboard moonsault like tombstone.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Sick.
At that GCW shit. Yes.
Yes.
But also shout out to fucking Calder McCall because he fucking took some shit at the Super Beast training compound. Oh my god, it made me fucking sick, man. His head hit the fucking the floor and the fucking bot spot. You should see it. It's on the fucking. I put it on the Twitter and I put it on the fucking book face and all the whatever, the Twitter machine and all that. That shit was scary. Shout out to Calder McCall. I hope you're better. That has no bearing on Super Beast Training Center because it's one of the top training centers in Las Vegas, along with FSW. You know, that has brought fucking what's her name, Lacey Ryan and a bunch of motherfuckers. Right? All of the Super Beast Training Center has my dude, your pal, my pal, Cal Jack, the Grizzly Cal Jack, the former Clayton Jack, whose dad beats Dan Severn, and I think Mark Kerr, and I think Don Fry. Yep. I got some money.
Shane, we already are demonetized. The moment Adam came on the podcast, demonetization happens.
Hey, I got some money on AMC, and then I'm going to borrow $9 from George Hermosa, what he made on the Wrestling Chatter channel, and then I'm going to bring it this way, and we're going to party like Adam Rose and the Rosebuds.
Yeah. So with that being said, Adam is going back on timeout, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Okay, going back to AEW.
Adam just got knocked out by a tall glass of Shane Taylor just now.
I fucking love Adam Woods, ladies and gentlemen. Adam is the reason why this channel is so fun to me sometimes. Like, Adam will come on and he'll go on a tangent, and I just fucking love it. Yeah, you're right. Adam is fucking wild, man. Adam is wild, and that's the reason why we love him on this channel. He brings a life to this channel every fucking time he's on. So Jillian, what was the next match at AEW tonight?
So the next match was MJF coming out and running his mouth, running down the city and talking about Pillman's auntie. I think he said something to her like, hey, are you pregnant by your dad or something like that? Yeah, he went into some like typical Appalachian jokes.
He went into some incest right there.
And he insulted him to Pillman. And so eventually, Brian Jr. came out in the full Bengals jersey and all that. And, Pillman assaulted MJF. Wardlow made the save. I think Pillman took a suplex. But that set it up for later on. So I guess
all the hometown boys are getting the big pushes. I mean,
of course,
you got it's called AEW Homecoming tonight, and Minoru Suzuki and fucking John Moxley. And then you got Flying Brian Pillman Jr. And they start talking about the Dark Side of the Ring shit from earlier this year. I mean,
I remember that.
Yeah, Hobbs and Dante Martin didn't go long at all. Hobbs just killed him. Yeah. Dante Martin, pretty good. Powerhouse Hobbs killed him. Yeah. Dan Lambert in the Men of the Year trash talked to AEW fans. I don't understand the whole Men of the Year gimmick. Like Sky, and I think AEW really dropped the ball when they brought Ethan Page in, and it was like no fanfare. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He just came in. He was like 2.0. Like, oh, by the way, all equal Ethan Page. Then they put him with Sky. Sky is a phenomenal athlete, ladies and gentlemen. I remember Sky back in the days when we were doing Canada's Most Wanted gimmick for UPW in California. Sky has been talented. That kid was going to go somewhere. And he's an AEW star. He's an AEW original. But he just really hasn't done much. And putting him with Ethan Page, in my opinion, not really all that great. But, it's going to be an interesting situation. Ruby Soho.
She came out with a really solid match tonight.
Jamie Hayter is amazing, bro.
Yeah, it was a really solid match. They did this one move where Jamie was she was in the tree of woe upside down in the corner, and Ruby came in and stomped her in the face, and that shit looked brutal. But yeah, they had a really good solid match. It ended up with a DDT. I think they had a face buster.
Big kick to the dome.
Kick. And at the end of the match, Britt Baker and her squad came out, stomped on Ruby for a while. The crowd loved it,
Yeah, but Rio and Statlander had to come and ruin it.
And then of course, so Rio makes the save, and when Rio runs out, of course the announcers are like, former women's champion Rio comes just here, and she runs in. Rio gets dealt with like pretty quick, right? for being a former women's champion.
She weighs like 75 pounds, soaking wet.
But then I think I had the TV on one screen, and I was looking at my phone or something, and that's when Chris Statlander came out with a chair. Mm-hmm. At first glance, Statlander running out, she looked like somebody else.
Are you gonna say she looked like Andrade?
No, she
looked like Charlotte Flair.
No, she
looked like Adam Woods.
She looked like the Empress of Tomorrow.
She did look like Asuka.
Yeah, just from out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I go, "Oh, okay." Well, it's like that would have been like a major jump that everybody's kind of missed out on.
So we were talking about something earlier. The Dark Order versus the Pinnacle. Now, the Pinnacle, Sean Spears, Sully Blanchard, came down with FTR. The Dark Order doing their thing. Grayson, Eva Uno, and then John Silver. John Silver, I just got to say this, man. The most over motherfucker in the Dark Order.
Yep.
So over. But you're talking about that Death Valley driver.
Man, look, hey, Sean Spear, he just the way he hit it, he the way he picked him up, took a couple steps, and then just landed it. It looked a lot like how the move was executed, like in No Mercy. And then when they watch if you have replay enabled and it just shows bam, bam, bam from different angles, it just looks devastating. And so when you see Sean Spears doing the Death Valley driver, and then you realize that all these years, the FU was a fireman's carry with theatrics. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but it's just like the other night when we got a burning hammer.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I was just like, I'm giving the show a plus for the whole show, A+ for the night, just because I got to see a burning hammer. So,
well, I will tell you this: the best part of the night for me, and I follow this guy on Instagram because he's so fucking funny. Max Caster. That dude is so fucking funny, man. And they're talking about the AEW stuff going on at Arthur Ashe Stadium. So Griff Garrison checks on Brian Pillman, blah blah blah. Tony Khan comes in, gets a match set up against MJF for Arthur Ashe Stadium that later on this month. Mm-hmm. Max Caster comes in, talks about how he also got a match made between him and Pillman Jr. for Friday on Rampage. I can just imagine the rap that Caster's gonna say. Caster's that dude is money. He's also the head trainer at Creative Pro Wrestling, one of the people responsible for Chris Statlander, by the way. The Elite and Adam Cole talk about All Out, Bryan Danielson, all hell breaks loose. So basically I'm looking at this.
Wait, we're skipping over something here though.
What are we skipping over?
The breakup of the Dark Order.
Well, okay, so
who was going to unify the Dark Order?
Bray Wyatt. Let's see what Adam has to say about that. Let's bring Adam back. Adam,
yo,
what do you think? What do you think? The Dark Order broke up tonight. So sad.
So I resent that, Cheryl. I love you, your family, but I resent that fucking Sugar Rush comment because I only drink Stevias, which only has stevia, which is not sugar. Last time I checked,
it's stevia.
Hold on one second. Let me say this real quick.
There's also 503 Originals. Big
Dark
D's
Order is
barbershop. Well, you want to get your hair cut? You get your hair cut right. And then OIWA with Sir
Big
Mo
D's barbershop
and his other dude who he trained also. And then the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Portland. I don't know if Denzel went there. I didn't know if Chadwick Boseman went there, but they went to one, and you should support them too.
I guess what Adam wants me to do is this. We'll be right back.
And where can we find you?
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed Tag Team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas, and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Hey, and before I go any further, I'm going to say this. Tim Simmons, stop flirting with Cheryl Danielson. Tim, don't come on the podcast trying to flirt with someone. I see you in the chats. Excellent. So,
oh, there I am.
Adam,
I was privately chatting you to let me in. Now,
you Bray Wyatt?
I was watching some of Sir Mo's greatness today. As
I can see you sweating the COVID out right now. Good job.
Oh man, I'm okay. Here's the thing.
You're okay.
Here's the thing. Wrestling is. Oh God, that sucks. Wrestling is amazing right now, and I swore on this show many a times, like this shit sucks. Roman Reigns sucks. The one drunk Uso who's married to Naomi. Wow, Naomi is phenomenal. Kind of the role that fucking Bianca Belair came from, right? And then there's the nice Uso. I'm not hating on nice Uso. But could they get a better moveset? Yes. Because it's recycled Jimmy Snuka / Super Kick Party, Marty Jannetty. And Marty Jannetty used to fucking throw that super kick too.
Well, speaking of the super kick party, Julian,
yes,
talk about this
super kick party.
Talk about this
interview because fucking Gorilla Monsoon would say it. Okay.
Talk about this interview with Adam Cole and the Elite. Well, we put Adam on timeout again.
All right.
Let's talk about this elite interview with Adam Cole and the Bucks.
So, I mean, Adam Cole was, let me see. So it went in Bullet Club in Japan. It went Prince Devitt, AJ Styles, then Adam Cole.
Prince Devitt, AJ Styles, Adam Cole, Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Because remember, they killed him.
That's right. That's right. And so when they killed Adam Cole, he didn't go immediately to NXT. He showed up someplace else first. Didn't he?
He was at Ring of Honor still.
Yeah. So he was gone for a while. Then he eventually, it took a while, but he eventually came over to NXT. But shit, the only person, the only Bullet Club member who's not in AEW right now is Prince Devitt, and AJ Styles.
Tama Tonga. The girl of destiny, Tama Tonga Tangaloa.
Yep.
Shout out to the good bad guy, the bad good guy.
Well, that door is open.
I would love to see
forth on Twitter.
I'd love to see the Bullet Club of Japan versus the Elite of America in a winner takes all war game style match.
All merch. Right.
We got all the merch, baby.
Winner gets the Hot Topic contract.
Right. So before we go any further, I'm gonna bring Adam on for this because this is very important to me. I want to talk about something that's very dear to me.
You waited until I had nuts in my mouth.
Earlier this week, we lost Daphne.
They need to have a Royal Rumble rotunda, and it needs to take place on the White House rotunda, and it has to have Wyndham rotunda, Mika rotunda, whatever Bo Dallas's rotunda, Mike rotunda, Barry Windham, Barry Windham's sister, and Mike and Mika and Bo and Wyndham's mom, and then Blackjack Mulligan, and also Blackjack Lanza, all on the rotunda.
Okay, well, before we go any further, I need to talk about something that's very important. We're going to talk about mental health and being healthy. in this industry, man, there's a lot of things people don't understand, like the shit that we go through, to entertain you guys. And I just gotta say, man, Daphne lost her life earlier this week, and she was on Instagram, and the video on Instagram was really disheartening, very scary. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just need to say this to you guys before we go any further. We can talk about wrestling, we can talk about the bullshit like we do every Wednesday night, but if you feel the need, if you're in a dark place and you want to talk to someone but you're afraid to talk to someone, trust me, there are other people that feel the same thing, and you can go ahead and call this number right here. I mean, you can call the national hotline, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You can text GO to 741-741 to reach out. A trained crisis counselor will be there to help you. You're not alone. We all have situations in life that give us, like for instance, my mom passed away a year ago. I was at a very dark part of my life, and that, a lot of friends and family were there, but you ever like be in a room full of people, and even though you're in a room full of people, you're alone?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's how I felt. Hana Kimura felt the same way, and I'm pretty sure Daphne felt the same way.
Yes,
I posted
it on Instagram yesterday.
I had a friend named Jimmy Freeman. Jimmy Freeman committed suicide 10 years ago. This guy was an amazing guy. Always had a smile for you. The guy that would give you every fucking dime in his pocket. Young guy. And he was so unhappy, but you would never know that he was unhappy until he killed himself. So it leaves us wondering, what could we have done? How could we have helped? Usual suicide, mental health conditions, these thoughts start at age 15. And they go up to 7 years plus. You're not alone. If you need to talk to someone, hell, you can contact us at the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. You can message us at bcwbooker@gmail.com, 503-757-3132.
Yes.
You can blow my Facebook up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm always there to listen. I'm pretty sure Julian, Adam, any person that's on the staff here at the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, any person that knows us will tell you the same thing. It's social factors like loneliness and financial ruin are like some of the top reasons, but broken hearts, broken relationships, things like that.
Just the idea of isolation sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
isolation.
Look at the happiest man in the world.
There was also
Robin
a 10-year-old boy who committed suicide. He's 10 because he had to wear a colostomy bag and he was made fun of. That's crazy. The wrestling community in recent years, in just the last couple years, we lost Ashley Massaro, Hana Kimura, and now Sharon Sproul, aka Daphne Unger. When is it going to stop? We also need to reduce the stigma of you're a punk, you're a bitch, you're not good enough. We need to remove that because people need to reach out for help. Hell, there is an 18-year-old Mexican boxer who went up to Canada, and it might have not been suicide, but it might as well be, because the boxing commission, the referee up in Canada, who have been shoddy notoriously, they let another former MMA fighter die a couple years back, right? They let her get punched repeatedly in the head. Her husband, who is her cornerman, didn't stop it. The commission didn't stop it. Probably fighting spirit, fight forever. And I know we joke about it in wrestling and we chant it at arenas. But that shit's got to stop too. When you know somebody's on the fucking end of the rope, you need to pull them back. It is our responsibility to save them.
There's a saying, am I my brother's keeper? Well, the answer to that is, yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, we can go back to our regularly scheduled programming. I just wanted to kind of get that out because I had seen a lot of stuff going on in the last couple of weeks, and sometimes, it's best to just put it out there for everyone. So if you have any questions, any concerns, if you want to talk, if you want to, if you want someone to talk to and you don't want to do it in public, you want to be you're a private person. Like, I'm a private person. I don't talk about my personal issues online or anything like that because I just don't do that. But there have been times where I've gone to the end of my rope, and if it wasn't for people checking on me and talking to me, hell, I might not be here. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. Even the ones that I have heat with. Even those I have heat with, I may think you're a piece of shit, but you know what? You're a human. And if you need to talk to me, you can contact me.
All honest to goodness
truth, like you, love you.
We're not messing around here. Right? My wife, my kids have been here for me. Julian has been here for me. Bad Blood has been here for me. Cheryl has been here for me. Steve Kaufman, George Ramosa. Like, the message that I've been receiving, that's what's pulling me through. That's what's getting me through a demoralizing second positive COVID test that I received this morning. So I've been in the dumps. This podcast, my podcast, anytime I get to join these two gentlemen in anything, like some of it, wrestling saved my life. Whether it be pro wrestling, amateur, Greco, UFC, all of it saved my life. I don't know what I would be doing right now. It's paid me. It's provided for my family, even though I work peripherally around combat sports, around pro wrestling, because I don't want to get too deep, because I don't want to dislike anybody or anyone to dislike me, right? So I just kind of hover around. But you guys are saving me in the best way possible. I love you, and I can't thank you enough. This is from my heart to yours. And my memes on my social media pages, I couldn't talk for a lot of this the past 2 weeks.
That's true.
How are you feeling?
And that was my only way to communicate. So when I get a laughing emoji or a heart emoji, it warmed my heart. A heart that I felt that was failing. Lungs that I thought were failing. You guys gave me breath. As corny as it sounds, in the words of Josh Groban, you guys raised me up. And that's
Let me ask you something.
And
how's
wings, because if I had wings and I joined my parents, I wouldn't be here. Not for my family.
How's Owen doing right now?
Not for you guys.
How's Owen doing? I noticed that you guys both tested positive and your wife tested negative. And your 22-year-old son tested negative. How is your 13-year-old doing? How are you doing physically?
It's tough, bro. It is. Like, I'm doing a podcast tomorrow with Aisha Raymond, who was on Mae Young Classic tomorrow, and I'm gonna get through that. Then my friend Ian Harris and Ty Barnett, two talented comedians. I'm going to be on their podcast at 12 noon Pacific time, which is 3 o'clock East Coast time. And I'm going to be talking about my COVID experience. So chime in here. Reach out to Bad Blood. Bad Blood lost his fucking beautiful mom. His mom was beautiful, who gave us one of her greatest gifts in that person right above me. This stuff is real. I've been called a hoax. I've been called a phony. You guys know I'm a little bit more vain than this. I don't come to you like this, but this is the only way that I can come to you. And I thank Bad Blood. I thank Julian for sparing time for little old me to kind of share space. And we'll laugh, cry, stuff our face with popcorn like people used to do in the old Magic Johnson Theater in Crenshaw. And then when we go about it, hopefully we feel a little bit better about ourselves, our plights, our conditions, our bills, our relationships. We'll watch wrestling. We'll laugh and cry. We'll wonder why. And we'll just be here as this community that we've all built up, that Tony DeBurn and Bad Blood so painstakingly put together, and many others before me and Julian. And Tony DeBurn, who just had a birthday, I'm so thankful for his life. I'm so thankful for Julian's life, for his kid's life, for Shayla Brown's life, for Sasha's life. I'm grateful for you all, man. Vince Moore, Kim Moore, all you guys know who you are, and I will try as I might to connect with all of you and tell you I love you. I can't hug and kiss you. I don't want to get anyone sick. They say I'm not contagious after all this time, but I'm taking precautions. If you see me anywhere, like the Primetime Live for Championship Wrestling for Hollywood, maybe the Joe Rogan Show at September 11th at the Forum, maybe the fucking GCW coming to LA with Grisham and Minoru Suzuki, just know your dude's gonna be like the fucking Bubble Boy. Fucking Tyvek suit, goggles, glasses, fucking Hannibal Lecter mask, fucking Tony Clifton glasses.
Dude, Cedric Sabalas also. I totally forgot about him. He's been in like ICU for like fucking 10 days.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
But everything is hyperbole. Everything is hyperbole. I know what I'm going through. And guess what? These timeouts that Bad Blood has been putting me in, it's regained some flesh, some color in my flesh.
Yep, I'm letting you catch your oxygen.
Yes. So I'm here with you guys. And I'm fighting for you guys as you are fighting for me. And you show me every day since the 17th of August. So I will repay you in kind and put out content that hopefully you guys enjoy. Maybe you guys don't. And you'll sound off one way or another. Maybe you'll unfollow me on social media because I do too much. Maybe you'll follow me. Tell me your friends to follow me. Share a meme. Go ahead. They're yours for the taking. Everything that I've got in me, in my soul, is yours for the taking. Take it. Make it yours.
That's some real good high praise from Adam Woods, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what I want to do, guys. I know it's real early. It's Wednesday night. You guys are like, what the hell's going on? I want to do this. I'm going to sign off with these guys tonight early. I want you guys all to do something for me. Everyone. Julian, Adam, you can't do this right now because, you're contagious. Or not contagious, but I want everyone to go hug your mom, hug your dad, hug your fucking kids. Call someone, pick up your phone, send a text message, a tweet, a Snapchat, a fucking Tinder. I don't give a shit. Tell someone you love them.
I'm grateful for Bad Blood's kids and all of his family. You guys are incredible.
Thank you, Adam. And so are you guys. Your wife, your kids, they're all awesome, dude. Especially you are. Cheryl said she hugged her mom and dad this afternoon. That's good. I want everybody to go do that because you know what? Life is really short. And
sure
please,
is, man. Tomorrow's not promised. You don't know how many days you got on that clock.
Exactly. Promise me, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a problem, if you are depressed, if you're sad, if you're lonely, whatever the fucking problem is, pick up a phone. Dial 1-800-273-8255. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Someone will listen. If you don't want to talk on the phone, you're like me. I fucking hate talking on the phone. I literally had like 16,000 text messages in like 13 days and like eight minutes of phone talk on my phone. You can know text go to 741-741 to reach a trained crisis counselor through crisis text.
You control the narrative. You control your destiny.
That's right. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it early here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. Adam Woods, my boy, Chemical Julian. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great night.